What's going on, everybody? Mike here, and in this video I've got some updates and news about Vindictus Defying Fate. It looks to be like a spin-off from the MMO called Vindictus, which I believe has been around since 2010, and this came out last week as far as an announcement. We got a trailer for it and some new details about it I want to go into, so strap yourselves in. Now, before I go into these details though, it would very much help out and be appreciative if you like the video, if you enjoy it, subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment as well too on your thoughts about this game after you watch this video, as far as what I talk about too. It helps out a lot. So last week, publisher Nexon announced Vindictus Defying Fate based on their long-running action MMO title, Vindictus. This game will launch on PC and consoles, but no release date has been given at this time, nor details on the business model that the game will use. So a bit more of like lore and details about this from what we know so far. On a hero's path lies no truth or glory. Vindictus Defying Fate is a fast-paced medieval fantasy adventure that combines adrenaline-fueled combat with the depth and customization of RPGs. Play with a large roster of distinct characters, each boasting unique abilities and combos, including series favorites Lan and Fiona. Face fearsome Fomorian creatures based on classic Irish mythology, and brace for cunning monsters that tower over your character. Poised to challenge your prowess. Embrace the challenge, embark on your journey, and be part of the saga that defies fate. Nexon will be holding a public pre-alpha test for Vindictus Defying Fate as well in the coming weeks. To participate though, players only need to basically add the game to their wishlist on Steam. That's it. Once the pre-alpha test is underway, the game will be available for download and play by anyone on Steam. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be available for everyone. There's no, like, you just got wishlisted, so there's no, you got to sign up and be randomly selected type thing. No, just wishlist it and you can automatically get into it. Now, the pre-alpha test is scheduled to run from March 13th to the 18th. So that's a good amount of time, I would say. Good 5 days to try it out. Players are asked to report bugs on the game's official Discord and join in anyway if they're interested in Vindictus Defying Fate. The company has also posted an FAQ for more details on gameplay, connections to the original Vindictus title, its business model, and more, which I'm going to go over here in a bit, actually. If you never heard of Nexon or know what they're working on besides this game too, they are also the ones behind the first Ascendant, which I tried out like the closed beta for that. That was a lot of fun. My opinions on that is like, congrats a bit, is like this needs to be more challenging, so I'm hoping they make it more challenging. It's supposed to launch later this year. And then they're also got a Souls-like game in development called The First Berserker, Kazan. So, and it looks like we'll get more details on both those games later this year. But let's get to the FAQ. So we already talked about, when the pre-alpha stuff happens, so I'm not going to go over that again. When it comes to the minimum system requirements, though, on PC, it looks to be that when it comes to pre-alpha test anyway, you should be able to play it comfortably. And they confirm you'll be able to still play the game even if some PC specifications are low. You may have to change the game settings to the environment that works for your PC specifications when playing the game. Can I play with Steam Deck? Pre-alpha test cannot be played on Steam Deck. So sorry guys, you that own a Steam Deck, you will not be able to play it there. Is the pre-alpha test released globally? So they confirmed that pre-alpha test will be serviced globally. There may be some limited regions in the official launch. More detailed information will be available at the time of launch. How can I report a bug? If you have any issues with the pre-alpha test, please report them through the following channel, which is, the Discord. So you log into Discord, onto the official Discord, select #feedback, report channel, click bug report button, report a bug. And then same with like giving feedback as far as not just the bug, but if you just want to do bug, you select a hashtag, feedback reports channel, click feedback button, leave feedback on it. Can I broadcast or upload videos of my gameplay footage on YouTube or Twitch? And they confirm with a resounding yes, you can upload your gameplay footage on broadcast channels, streaming sites, and your social media channels. We welcome and encourage sharing your gameplay footage and look forward to receiving all kinds of feedback coming from various channels. How are in-game cutscenes related to narrative? So the pre-alpha test version does not include the game narrative. The dev team is currently working on the details of the main storyline, so you could find some cutscenes you see during the pre-alpha test a little out of context. We ask for your understanding in this matter. That makes sense. Like usually when you do pre-alpha tests, stuff like this or closed betas, like they're really not going to be showcasing, narrative stuff. I mean, it's not like a demo. It kind of is like a demo, but it's not like a demo. Because like alphas and betas usually, you know, are intended to be like testing like some of the online stability sometimes. I don't know if for sure this is gonna be like an online multiplayer game at all or have that component to it, but demos typically are like the ones where they showcase the narrative, but like alphas like this, nah. Some outfits seem a little out of place, so they get respond with pre-alpha tests includes content for test purposes, which makes sense. I mean, you know, you're not going to have every single costume in there. You're not going to have costumes that will hopefully not, you know, give spoilers away in some way. So, yeah. And they even say some costumes are included to test the game technology and physics system and may be subject to change in future updates. So, you know, this is going to be a game they're going to be still developing. It's still in early development. This may not release for a long time. Who knows? 3-4 years or beyond. Heck, it may not come out to the freaking PS6 and wherever the heck the next Xbox system is called. How many characters will be available through future updates? So it looks like 2 playable characters, Lan and Fiona, are available in the pre-alpha test. The exact total number of playable characters for a launch version is yet to be decided. The dev team is striving to include wide options of unique characters as providing various action combat experiences through different types of characters as part of the core gameplay. Is it a single-player game? Only single-player mode is available in the pre-alpha test. The dev team is planning to add multiplayer mode in addition to their single-player mode, which will be the main play mode in the launch version. So it sounds like, you know, this is not going to be MMO. It seems like the single-player will be the main focus, with just like a multiplayer mode as an addition for like people that want to play online together in some way. It is an open world game. So currently the game is not being developed as an open world game. However, we are making sizable fields, each with unique concept, filled with various exciting factors of their own. So what this kind of sounds like to me is this might be a Final Fantasy 16 situation where, you know, it's more kind of like open zoned a bit or semi-open world a bit maybe, but still linear at its core. And you just kind of explore like a set amount of the region or areas you go to and go in, things like that. Someone asked on here, is it a Souls-like game? And they respond with, so it's an action RPG game with various unique characters and an exciting, fast-paced combat style that differs from the games categorized in Souls-like genre. Some similarities can be found in the game system since it is inspired by the original title Vindictus, as well as other great video games and media content. The dev team is striving to provide a unique action combat experience through various key elements in the game, such as various distinctive playable characters, combat tempo, and skills. Someone else asked here, is the game going to be free to play or buy to play? Is it going to include pay to win elements or premium elements? And they respond with details of the business model are not to be decided. So I don't know. That could be worrying, you know. But it seems like it's supposed to be a single player game, focused game with a multiplayer added to it. So at the very least, I mean, it'll probably like release at what, a $70 price point, maybe lower than that. I don't know. Depends on how much of like a big game they want this to be and how much effort they put into it. Then the question is asked here on FAQ, how is it different from the original? And the answer is, aims for a somewhat heavier and restrained battle system. For example, unlike you cannot fight enemies as being attacked by them. Moreover, attack speed is not one of the stat systems, but is decided by the playable character's unique combat style. In terms of outfits, the highest priority is on creating a variety of costume concepts that effectively express physical effects such as capes, outerwear, dresses, accessories, etc. By overwhelming physical systems and technology challenges, there will be less outfits with too much exposure or somewhat revealing designs. We're developing a new action RPG that shares the IP with, but differs in core gameplay mechanics, as well as being built on a different engine and services on a new platform. Will continue to differentiate itself from with its, I think it's a translation error, but it says, will continue to differentiate itself from with its own unique strengths and gameplay mechanics, providing distinct entertainment to the players. Someone's asking, is it Vindictus 2? And they respond with, since it's based on IP, various elements such as characters, locations, monsters, etc. can be from the original title. However, it will not be an upgraded or improved version of the original title. Instead, we are developing it as a completely new game by incorporating a different story, characters, contents, costumes, etc. that will be original factors though. Something like a Granblue. Like if you want a best example of this, take Granblue Fantasy, right? Because Granblue Fantasy started off as a mobile game, right? And then expanded to a fighting game, right? With Versus Rising being the latest version of that fighting game series. And then recently we also had the action RPG Granblue Fantasy Relink, right? Which is not based on a mobile game directly, just more about like the lore and characters, stuff like that. And both games offer, you know, different play styles, a different kind of genre, because one's a fighting game, one's an action RPG, right? Compared to the mobile game. So that's what I think they're trying to stress there with this response, right? It's going to be different from the original title. That's an MMO, you know, because this seems to be a single player focused game. The last one here, will the lore, characters, monsters, etc. from the original title be found in, and they answer with the lore, characters, monsters, costumes, etc. from will not be all found in the dev team. And the dev team is currently considering various directions for new titles. Sorry about that. It's, once again, I think it's like translation error in terms of how this was asked and their responses. Some characters may have altered appearance or different elements, while others may be removed from the new title. Additionally, original elements will be updated, particularly core game systems such as growth systems and content are being developed in completely new directions. So that hopefully answers a lot of the questions maybe even some of you guys had. I know I personally had some of these questions too. I'm glad they were very honest and direct about that in terms of responses. Also, they had to be vague with certain things too, you know, talking about that hasn't been decided upon yet, things like that. I get it, because this is still very much in early development, as I mentioned earlier. So, you know, just got to give it time, see what happens. We'll be able to try the pre-alpha version of this really soon here later this month. So I'm excited about that. You know, and I'm hoping it's good. I know it's going to be buggy and glitchy. I'm not expecting to be polishing like that because that's how it is, the pre-alpha. So, and make sure you wishlist it. If you got Steam, you got PC, wishlist it so you can get into, so you can try it out, give me your feedback. I definitely will be giving them my feedback. I will be making a video on it, you know, give my initial impressions of it, you know, and talk about the good and bad of it as well too. So, you know, you guys got that to look forward to from me. Hopefully this video was informative and helpful to you with the information I'll let you know about. And if you did enjoy it, please hit that like, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment as well. Let me know your thoughts about this. Are you excited about this? Are you not? You know, do you think it's going to be like the MMO? Like, are you even going to try it out on Steam when it comes out? Let me know. But that wraps it up from me. My name's Mike. Thanks for watching.